Nathan, and today I'll share with you my GMAT preparation journey with TTP. But first of all, I'll share a bit of my background. So I grew up in Sweden, so I'm non-native, and then I came over here to Canada, across the Atlantic, to study business and more specifically finance and operations. And so I'm going into my last year now. I'm going to be applying to master's program in a few weeks. And I figured I needed to complete the GMAT because that is a requirement to apply to these master programs. So roughly 5 months ago, I took a mock test for the GMAT to see where I was at and got a 500, which was worrying because I knew it was not in the range the master's program I'm going to apply to like to see, or at least it's below the average of the students they accept. And so I was a bit worried at that point that I wouldn't be able to get admitted to these schools I'm going to be applying to. So I kind of looked at the different resources available online and saw on Reddit and Quora that TTP was the best one, or was the one with the highest rated stars online. And so I decided to try out their 5-day trial, which costs only $1. I recommend everyone to try that out if you're looking for resources to use to prepare for the GMAT. So I wanted to see if it was a tool that was going to help me achieve my score goals, which was above 700, and it did. So I actually took my test roughly a week ago and got a 710. So that's a 210 score improvement, which is fantastic, and I'll explain a bit more how I got here. So when I took the 5-day trial, I was really, really happy to see that the course was really well structured and that I really covered the full range of topics that the GMAT tests. When I was studying, I didn't know what I had to study. I didn't know if I had to study geometry. I didn't know if I had to study number properties. But TTP helped me just structure that and lay it out exactly the order in which I had to cover the subjects, which was a really big help for me because when you're studying for the GMAT, you need to have a lot of discipline because you're studying a few hours, 1 to 2 hours, maybe even more, every day for months. So to be able to stick it out and really continue studying, even though it can be difficult, is really made much easier if you already have an order of topics and subjects to follow, which TTP does for you. So that was really a huge help. And not only is it a good order, the quality is very high. And as I said, the full range of topics is covered, and we go really deeply into each subject, which makes up for a really good GMAT preparation overall. So I also had an internship during this 4-month preparation. So I would be studying basically 1 to 2 hours per day on the weekdays and maybe 2 or 3 on the weekends. And I would just follow the TTP course exactly as it was laid out. I didn't do any skips. I didn't do any turns. And so when I was done with the full TTP course, I took 4 practice tests. So I got a 700, 730, a 740, and a 780, which was a significant improvement from my 500. So that laid me up really well, and I was really confident about taking the test. And finally, I got a 710 on test day, which was a bit below my test scores, but still really good and competitive for most of the programs I want to apply to. So I was overall really happy with the score and how TTP helped me get there, because it really did really cover all the topics and make sure I learned everything basically from 0 to 100, because starting from 500, I really had, I would say, weaknesses everywhere. So I had to work on all the topics and make sure I understood everything correctly, and TTP helped me do exactly that. So I would recommend the TTP course to anyone wanting to improve their GMAT score significantly, and I would recommend to follow exactly as it is laid out, and don't skimp anything, except if you really know that you have a big strength in a specific topic. Don't waste your time, but I really think it's worth spending the extra time on each subject and making sure you understand all of them very well.